Hello.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Let's Have a Fefe.
Yes, indeedy. Fifi.
What now?
Something like that.
Oh
Look at the chat
my.
was going before we even got started.
That's because Wayne is back, and Wayne gets anxious.
Is that what we're calling it?
Sure, why not?
Well, for the people that haven't watched this show before, I'm Felicia Minor. Some kind of whatever this.
Why you don't like my intro?
Whatever this is. Yes. This is our 13th episode, and I encourage you.
13th episode of what season, though?
4.
Right?
And I
We've been doing this
encourage
for 4 seasons.
I encourage those to go back and watch how we have grown, we have progressed, we have
Or just slid backwards on a really slippery slope into hell.
Last week I was really worried. With Carla. I was like, oh damn it. I done fucked.
There's always something. Always something.
But I must confess that it was a simple something that really, really, really.
What was that simple something, Felicia? What happened? What did you do that made it impossible for you to actually hear Carla and what was happening?
So to those in showbiz, this is why prep is important. If you don't prepare, then you kind of get stuck and we were prepared as in like the sheet was done and all this was set up, but I hadn't checked the audio. I just totally spaced out. Anyway, so what didn't happen is I didn't mute my mic on the computer so you could hear it in the room.
So we had echo like crazy for at least the first 10, 15 minutes.
Correct. And then I couldn't get this. I got this to work, the mic to work, but then I couldn't get the headphones to turn on. And I was like, oh, this is awful. So what ended up happening is because I forgot to mute the mic up top, then when I turned it down for the whole sound for the computer, it turned it down for the whole thing. And but everybody could hear me on this.
So basically, in a nutshell, all Felicia really had to do was turn up the volume on the computer to hear things. And we discovered that after the fact.
Because I was done. I was checked out. I was like, no, let's just do that. Let's just get that over with. Yes.
Something.
How was your weekend?
I actually had a very uneventful weekend, which for me is lately has been not a thing. Like I don't remember the last time I had a weekend where I really didn't have anything to do. Saturday I ended up, and the only thing that I actually had to do was go and get my suit fitted for my Nationals evening wear, which was kind of cool. So those of you who know me and know how I usually do my pageants and stuff, I'm all about pageantry on a budget because I'm broke ass motherfucker. I'm just saying.
Are you cheap?
I'm not necessarily cheap. I'm a little bit cheap. Okay, I admit it. I'm a little bit cheap. But I'm not pageanting on a budget for this.
Oh.
I decided what the hell, and I'm splurging. I'm going out on this suit, and it's gonna be sexy. Oh my god, this suit. I'm in an awkward size right now. Okay, so
please tell the people.
It's just an awkward size. I've lost weight, but muscles, fat's turning into muscle. Things are kind of redistributing, and it's I'm kind of at an awkward size, so it's inevitable that whatever suit I get is going to have some tailoring, but I put it on and the pants fit me perfectly, and they're like slim fit, and they're like, oh my God, it's like my suit is like going to be like a European style suit. It's going to be sexy.
Okay.
I'm so excited. And then once it goes to where it's going to get done, I don't care about anything else. My talent could be crap, but my evening wear is gonna look awesome.
Excuse me. I say you bring the whole package.
I'm gonna try, but I'm just saying, okay,
Don't be one of those people that like puts everything into one category and then
no!
Oh my God, why did I live?
Right? Yeah, no. My talent's gonna be sickening. My suit's gonna be awesome. And I mean, hello, interview. I'm just kidding. No, no, I'm excited. I am. I need to just get my butt in gear because it's been hard with work and everything. So now I just really need to knuckle down and do it.
I want to send a note out to all of our viewers. If you know somebody that's just giving away money, we are looking for sponsors for the show. Phoenix Movie Bears and Gabe King Photography have given us a lot this season.
Yes,
but we're not saying that we can't accept more.
This is true, and if they're giving away a ridiculous amount of money and they would like to help sponsor my ticket to nationals and stuff, that would be great too.
I need a plane ticket too because I have not heard word that I'm getting a plane ticket to where I'm going.
You want to drive with me? I'm driving.
You know me and the drive.
And I know, but you've done this with me before, so it's like
it would be kind of entertaining.
It would. I'm just saying.
Facebook would be very entertained by
Facebook would be extremely entertained. God, just 6 hours to Albuquerque and they got a whole so because what would happen on this trip, it would be 6 hours to Albuquerque where we would stay the night with Trey and Jesus, and then they finish the rest of the trip to Oklahoma the next day, and you'd be there in plenty of time because
And Oklahoma is something. God. Oklahoma is something too. So
right, can you imagine us on the road all the way to Oklahoma? We'd be driving through Texas where there's nothing.
Oh,
we'd be driving. We could stop in Shamrock, Texas, which we have to do anyway because it's a dry county, so no drinking for you. And the McDonald's the McDonald's in Shamrock, Texas, is I think the only McDonald's in the country that sells Shamrock shakes all year round.
No way.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm telling you, it'd be fun. You just need to drive up with me. Just drive up with me. Have your contestant help pay for things like gas to get you there.
Wayne says, "Don't be stuck up." Oh, we can make a movie. I see.
Oh God, we could make a movie. It's not that kind of show, Wayne. It's not that kind of show. What is this? Fefe does Dallas.
Wayne, I know you're no angel. I promise.
Oh, how was your weekend, Felicia? What did you do?
I'm very uneventful too. So, for those that know me, this is a busy season for photographers. Everybody wants their Christmas pictures. So, hello. If you want pictures taken, I will discuss that with you later.
I highly recommend Felicia for getting pictures taken. I mean, I'm still waiting for, my unicorns and shit, but
you'll have to wait for all the babies in the family.
I mean, her turnaround time is shit, but no, she takes good pictures.
Speaking to,
I kid, whatever. I'm still
wait, did you get an echo?
No.
I have to call KJ and get my own copy. The next episode, the next edition is probably already out.
For what?
Echo.
Oh, wait, yes, I did get an echo. I was like, echo? What are you talking about? No, I didn't get an echo yet. But I'm going to pick them up the next time I am at our lounge.
Okay. Well, I'll
So
be there
I
on
will.
Saturday.
You will be there on Saturday, and I may swing by on Saturday as well. So, but yes, you could pick them up at Saturday as well.
Okay. But that was my weekend. I did laundry, if anybody cares.
You didn't do my laundry, so I don't care.
Get out.
I'm great at doing laundry. I just suck at putting laundry away. That's
Oh
my
my God. That's my husband's problem.
I will do laundry all day long and then wonder why I can't why everything's all like on the floor in my room and why all my hangers are empty and why I can't find anything. I'm terrible at putting laundry away. I will just throw that out there right now.
No, Scott's not that bad. He does not like putting socks and underwear away.
Oh, I'll put socks and underwear away. That's not a problem. It's everything else. I have to like either fold it or put it on a hanger. Oh, it's just too much effort.
Your life is too hard.
It is. My life is really, really, really hard. It's awful. It's terrible.
But that was my weekend in short. I did talk to someone about a future endeavor.
Ooh.
That I'll have to talk to you about, but stay tuned.
Oh, all right then. Well, it's going to be a secret to me too. That's very exciting. You're just going to drop that little earworm and then just leave it. Thanks, Felicia. That's awesome.
I'll tell you after, but I don't want to talk about it right now.
All right. Then stop talking about it. You're going to make the people wonder.
Yes, that's what I want to happen. No, I don't mean a sound echo, Wayne.
Yeah, not the sound echo, the magazine. So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get on to my tip.
Ew.
Hey, you see what
that's
I did there?
Gross.
Oh, so apparently, and this is on from an article that we found on details.com.
Much to my surprise.
Right? Anal sex is actually a big deal among non-gay male couples. Also, just a note, while if you're Googling things like lesbians anal sex, it makes for great browsing, but not so good research.
You mean that's not real?
Oh no, it's real. But when you're trying to research something, if you're looking for articles, that is not a good Google term. And I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I typed that in. I typed it in and it went, oh. And then 10 minutes later, I realized that this was not a good research, not a good search term.
Did you get caught up? You got caught up in it.
We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about anal sex. But it's actually kind of interesting because there's still that stigma, because we last month we talked about men's health and prostate health and all that fun stuff, and there's still a stigma, especially with non-gay males, about putting things in your butt, which I don't know why, but guys are weird like that, and who am I to judge? Whatever.
Some girls can be weird too and do it.
Some girls can be weird, but the things that I heard when I was working at Fascinations, I'm like,
my girlfriend wants to stick it up my butt. How weird.
But according to the National Survey of Sexual Health and Behavior, men orgasm about 90% of the time, regardless of the sex act. Yeah, there's a shocker. I know everybody is stunned at that statistic. Just saying. Women tend to, their numbers are a little lower. 64% tend to orgasm through mutual masturbation. 66% said vaginal penetration. 81% from oral sex. So oral sex seems to be the winner in that scenario. However,
here we go.
Anal sex seems to be the overall winner. 100% of men. Now, mind you, these are
men that tried it.
These are, I believe, they're talking to heterosexual identified men and women. 100% of men and 94% of women orgasmed during encounters in which they received anal sex.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, I'm sure that part of that is the prostate is essentially the male G spot. During, in the womb, because everybody starts off as female in the womb, so y'all can just suck it. In the womb, while things are developing and whatever, what is the G spot in someone with like a vagina and more female anatomy? Actually, that G spot turns into the prostate for men.
Interesting.
Right. So that's why, prostate stimulation can produce ridiculous orgasms. I'm just saying, y'all need to pay attention to this.
So the men that don't go ahead and explore that area don't.
I could almost guarantee you that men that do decide to experiment a little bit with anal penetration, prostate stimulation, that sort of thing, will end up having the best orgasms ever. And when I say men, let me elaborate. I'm mostly men with male anatomy assigned at birth. I'm better, because it's, I'm a dude, but I don't have a prostate. Just saying. So when I say men, let me say individuals with things
biological,
right, with penises and testicles and things that were not added after the fact.
I know some people get offended by that term, but
it's cisgender males. How about that?
Okay, there you go.
Because we try to be PC. You watch this show, it's a bunch of horse shit. So it's kind of interesting to see that anal sex is not just for gay men anymore, and everybody loves the butt sex. Lesbians love butt sex. And speaking of lesbians and butt sex, I never actually got around to doing much research.
I laughed so hard when I saw that in the show notes. I was like, he never got very far.
I did not. No, admittedly, I did not. So, but I found the other stuff, which was just fine.
I never Googled it after we discussed it.
I tried to find. I'm usually pretty good at trying to find, information and bits and pieces of research, but
oh my God.
And if it had been anything but, lesbians and butt sex, I probably still would have gotten distracted. If there was anything in regards to anal sex, I probably still would have gotten distracted. It just so happened that because of the search term that I put in, because I wasn't thinking, or maybe I was thinking, but I wasn't thinking about the right thing. I'm just saying.
You're like, oh, this sounds interesting.
Right. Just if you Google lesbians, anal sex, don't expect to get much in terms of educational research material.
Oh.
Just throwing that out there. But there's lots of entertainment value in that search term. Just saying.
So if you have a website that is specializing in lesbian anal sex, congratulations. Your page views just went up a few.
Right. But remember, if you're whether you are a newbie at the butt sex or whether you're planning on trying it for the first time,
a nonconformist,
just remember, butt sex 101, lube, and more lube. Do not use numbing agents. Go slow and relax, and always be safe, ladies and gentlemen. Please, please, please. Whether that means gloves, dental dams, condoms, whatever it is, please be safe. Please. Just saying. So I thought that was interesting. Go straight people in the butt sex.
Yeah, I scrolled past that a couple of times. The first time I scrolled by it, I didn't dare, because I was like, what if this is, I don't know. Like you're just kind of like, I'm new. I don't. And then it came up on my screen again, and I was like, okay, I will look.
Because when I originally looked for it, when I originally Googled and stuff, like I told you, I couldn't find anything. Like I couldn't find anything current. I'm like, okay, this is all old and whatever. So give me something new. And I was like, all right, this works. So that was actually a good article. It was interesting.
And that was out of an article published by Details magazine,
which in itself is interesting, really.
And they have explored the topic not once, but twice, maybe 3 times.
I'm telling you, anal sex is the new
taboo.
No, it's not though. That's the thing. It's the opposite of that. I was gonna say anal sex is the new black, but hashtag Black Lives Matter. I don't know.
Don't do that.
What did I say?
In essence,
into hell.
In essence, you just said anal sex lives matter.
Well, yes, those that practice anal sex, their lives do matter.
God, we're going to hell.
We are going to hell, but we've known this for far too long. So this is nothing new.
And if
from the very first episode, we were going to hell.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Just saying.
Even though my makeup is probably worse today than the first episode.
Yeah.
Just go ahead.
Why you're wearing a hat. We ended up matching without even really realizing it. This is what happens here. Of course, I was dressed and stuff before Felicia, so the fact that we're sort of a little bit matchy is Felicia's fault, because I sat here and I had my gray shirt on, my black jacket, and my hat, and then Felicia sat down wearing a gray shirt with, black highlights and a hat.
I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't paying attention.
Of course you weren't.
But I love my shirt better, because this is what it says.
I can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you are. Yes.
How fitting for today.
Always late. Yup. Nail on the head on that one.
I saw it. I was like, I have to.
Drive me batshit crazy too. Your lack of punctuality makes me nuts.
He means over punctuality. I'm usually on time.
Every time you say that is usually after you're running behind and late.
Mm-hmm. I was on time. I started the show on time.
You started the show on time, but you were still running behind.
That's not the point.
What you got in the offbeat tonight?
Well, people would be glad to know that a man plays dead to avoid his debt to banks, and so does his wife. But if he had worn a condom, their trick would have worked, though.
I don't get it.
They had sex.
I don't get it.
They had sex.
I still don't get it.
They had anal sex.
I still don't get it.
Maybe they got caught. I don't know. Moving on. You don't get one. I won't get the other one later. I'll have you say it.
You want me to draw? I can draw a picture. Where's the Google Draw?
Oh God, you're gonna draw it on the screen.
Oh, just you wait. See if I can find it.
Okay, no one will be able to see. Oh God, no one will be able to see up your skirt at their new office. The Washington Post assures its employees of this. I don't know how this came up, but you're welcome.
Interesting. Can you try to run draw and then invite me?
Yes, we're prepared. I promise.
There we go. Okay. I'm ready so that whenever the next one comes along.
Okay, you ready?
You can do the first. You can do the next one, then do that one, and then I'll.
This one's
kind of. You missed the one after that too. The one before that.
A woman in her 70s falls into a fire pit and dies. Detectives describe this as a medium to rare occurrence. Are you drawing on my face?
No, I won't draw on your. Well, I might end up drawing on your face, but what I won't mean to draw on your face. It's just because that's my drawing tool. Like that's my
You just
canvas.
call me a tool too. Jesus.
Well, you know.
Anyhow, doctor says that stripper who pounds her mound with a concrete block as part of her routine probably isn't doing her pelvis any favors.
Yeah, think?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, there's a
She might.
shocker.
I don't know. I thought it was healthy. Now
Yeah.
here's the one that I just don't get. And Freddie tried to explain it to me, and I didn't get it. Really, I didn't.
So I'm gonna draw it.
Scientist says he's found woman under the.
What the hell?
Oh my God, I'm so stupid. He's found a woman under the Mona Lisa. That explains the smile. Are you drawing it? You don't have to draw it near my head. Why is it on my?
It's the only place that's gonna let me draw it. Okay, so
it's on my shoulder.
Here's the Mona Lisa. Wait, let me give her hair.
Get off me.
That's amazing. Okay, so here's the Mona Lisa. We're gonna give her some hair. Okay, so there's the Mona Lisa. Oh wait, I need to give her a smile. Oops, hang on.
I'm a good face model.
Now she's smiling. Now, what's really funny is you're actually the woman now that's under the Mona Lisa.
Oh. Now you have to explain it to the rest of the people that don't understand.
Wait, I'm not done. If you could just stick your tongue out.
No.
A little bit. Come on, just stick your tongue out.
I feel like this is a repeat of the Two Ginger Pussies.
Hang on, let me. Here's the woman.
Being attacked by a woman.
Here's the woman underneath the Mona Lisa. Wait.
Ew.
Well.
I think I'm blocking it with my face.
You are. Put your hands down.
Oh, God.
There we go.
Ew.
Wait. Put your hand down.
Oh my God.
Wait. So, hang on.
Oh, when I make my eyes bigger, the Mona Lisa gets
This
bigger.
is there. That's
gross. What's the other red thing over here?
What? Oh, I don't know. I had an issue with that. Let me.
She had her period.
Ew.
While she was licking.
There. That's gone. There you go. Now, what was the other? So the headline again was scientist says he's found woman under the Mona Lisa. That explains the smile. And now
you see me smiling? You see me smiling?
Actually, yes, because it totally looks like you're chewing on the chick underneath her. It's sitting on your lap. Oh no.
This is how we go to disaster
This is amazing.
Ew.
This is the best.
Wayne said that Mona Lisa is getting her Red Wings.
Oh. You should see what you look like on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, it's amazing. All right. All right. We have a few.
How do you get rid of this?
You don't. It's there forever.
It's gone. It's gone.
Ah, damn it.
I'm over it.
It was so good.
No way. For who?
It was awesome. Whatever.
Oh, no.
Don't you hate my art?
Oh, no.
All right. So we have a couple things on the LGBTQ issues.
I'm going to let you take this one because I haven't really read it.
I got it. In Cincinnati, the city council has passed a ban on therapy aimed at changing the sexual orientation of minors, which is good. Basically, they've outlawed the practice known as conversion therapy. The apparently nearly 24 pastors and other people packed into the council chambers to try to oppose the move.
So the clergy people were trying to stop this from happening? What?
Yes, they wanted to keep the conversion therapy.
Oh, like if I say I'm gay and they gave me electric shock?
Well, that and, therapy, and we're going to pray away the gay and all that crap. So basically, and if you violate this, they can actually impose a $200 a day fine. So that's with any, if you're a supposed medical practitioner or whatever, and you try to impose this the conversion therapy, then you can actually be fined for it, which is good. California, New Jersey, Oregon, Illinois, and DC already have laws against conversion therapy. And health organizations say that conversion therapy doesn't even work and can increase suicide risks. There's a shocker there too.
Well, so if this keeps getting outlawed, what makes and this is me being very sick and sadistic, thinking that because the church is known, I mean, I'm a faith believer, but I stop somewhere in the middle because the church gets a little outrageous with rules and things. But what makes people like not think that the church won't raise the $200 a day? Because what I found is that even though people are like, oh, Jesus, and we're going to go to heaven, they still raise money for evil. And you're still drawing on me.
No, I'm not.
Though I do like the purple.
You like that?
Mm-hmm. It's color on the Felicia day. I just dabbed on. Oh, yeah, I did miss my lipstick. There you go.
I'll make it better. I got this. I'm sure that eventually, if they were to, oops.
You can color them in. You won't see me talking.
There, it's fine. I got it. So, stop it. I can't see you. I'm not done. I'm sure that, it is possible that the church would raise the money to be able to do shit like this. But eventually, I have a feeling that there would be some sort of sanctions or something placed, because you can't just, I mean, they would be going against the law. You know what I mean? So it's like they can't just do whatever the hell they want. They may be, part of the church, but they can't.
You know how radical things go, and they become political, even though it's not really a political agenda. Hence, gay marriage.
Right. Well, the separation of church and state is a bunch of bullshit in this
country.
But whatever. But I'm sure that were there enough violations of this, that there would eventually be harsher penalties imposed. Obviously the religious right is going to try and find ways to get around it. They're going to try and find loopholes, and things like this will always be done. They can be done in secret. They can be done, behind everything, behind closed doors. And it's what happens. It's like what happens if you ban abortion. It's not going to stop the abortions. It's just going to make them.
Though, did I hear correctly recently that Planned Parenthood is not going to get federal funding anymore?
That's the idea, is that I believe there's certain individuals that are trying to defund Planned Parenthood. However, I think Obama has actually said that when it comes across his desk, he's going to veto it.
Oh,
because he's not stupid.
Yes, America, we want more babies just floating around.
Well, the thing is that Planned Parenthood has nothing, like the percentage of abortions they perform is minuscule compared to the other sources.
I understand that, but I'm talking about ridiculous preventative.
Right. Well, you know, God forbid that if we, you know, if we have things.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna take birth control.
Well, you know, if we have birth control, then it's just gonna, you know, encourage people to be promiscuous because that's how that works. It's stupid as all hell. Also, and I thought this was kind of cool. There's a new movie that's coming out. I believe it opens Christmas Day, and it's called The Danish Girl. And
see it tomorrow.
I do get to see it tomorrow with the Movie Bears, and I'm super excited about it. It's inspired by the lives of artists Lily Elbe and Gerda Wegener. Lily was one of the first trans women to undergo SRS. So, you know, it's
tell people what that is. They don't.
Sexual reassignment surgery. It looks from the previews, it looks fantastic. The Lily is played by Eddie Redmayne, who won the Oscar for Best Actor in The Theory of Everything. He was in Les Mis, and he's in the upcoming movie Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which I'm also excited about. But watching the previews, oh my God, I can't wait to see this movie. And I'm so excited that I get to see it tomorrow with the Movie Bears. But, you know, there's always the controversy about whether, you know, trans characters should be played by trans actors and all that. And in this case, like I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the backlash because it's inevitable that, oh, there's so many people that could have played this. And I don't know about that because it's based on a real person, not just a fictional character, for one thing. Mm-hmm. Another thing is that it starts, the movie starts before she transitioned. It starts before, you know, all of that. So, you know, do
you think there's going to be a huge backlash on it?
There's always a huge backlash. There's always people that are offended by everything, and I'm waiting for it because there's a couple people on both my Freddy page and my personal page that are always offended by everything. So I'm waiting for it.
Were people offended by the guy that plays on Transparent?
Well, of course they were. There's yes, because he's not trans. And I'm like, it's not.
That would be kind of weird, though.
It would be weird. That's what I'm saying. What? I mean, it's
unless the person was going through the transition as the movie was being made.
It doesn't always work that way, though, and it doesn't always. Transitioning is not always pretty, and it doesn't work that way. And in this case, I think that Redmayne is probably the best person for the role. Just based on the previews alone, I don't know that I could see Eddie Redmayne, Redmayne. I don't see anybody else being able to play this. Like he just even based on the previews, he looks like he embodies the role so completely. Like I just watching it, I got just.
You mean he was acting?
Right. Oh, come on. You know damn well that there's people. It's like, dude, seriously. There's certain people that have gotten like Oscar nods for shit that I'm like, really? You really?
I'm still waiting for Leo. Poor Leo.
I know. He keeps getting passed up. Oh.
He does a great. Have you seen Wolf on whatever? Wolf on Wall Street or whatever?
Anyway, Wolf of Wall Street? Yes.
Yeah.
I think he should have won for Let's Eat and Gilbert Grape, period.
Yeah.
That, you know. But no, that yeah, I'm excited about this because I think it's going to it's a different. I mean, yes, it deals with transition, but it deals transition in a time that transition wasn't even a thing. Like there wasn't.
This is like when?
I believe it takes place in the 1920s or 30s.
Oh wow, that's early.
Yes, like we're not even talking 60s here. We're talking
like liberalism was never heard of at that point.
Right. We're talking like way back in the day. So I'm excited, and I hope that it's a good movie. I will let everybody know what I think of it after I get to watch it with the Movie Bears tomorrow. Thank you for that opportunity, by the way, Movie Bears. I'm very excited.
And you turned Southern all of a sudden.
Whatever. So I do have a couple of Netflix picks this week. Well, actually, it was for last week, but we got caught up talking to Carla, so that didn't work very well. That's okay.
You need to add one to that.
I do.
Yes.
Okay. Well, why don't you add it? Since you're there, and I don't know what the fuck it is you're talking about.
You do.
Do I? Okay. Well, you add it anyway. I have two for you today. One of them is on Netflix, and I'm not much of a superhero or comic book buff. So,
isn't this on Hulu?
Yes. So, you know, I saw this and I like the actress. So that's why I started watching it. Like I said, I really don't know anything about, you know, the superheroes or you know, Marvel or whatever.
Okay.
But Jessica Jones is a new series. It's a Netflix original, and Netflix seems to be really going all out with the superheroes. They've got Daredevil, now they've got Jessica Jones, who is interesting. I actually Googled her backstory because, again, I don't know anything about Marvel superheroes and stuff. And apparently she's like a failed superhero. She was a superhero and then gave it up.
Oh, like The Incredibles?
Kind of. But she gave it up for much worse reasons. Like it was yeah.
Don't give it away.
So she gave it up and runs a PI business now. But the chick who plays Jessica Jones is the chick who plays she's in the what the hell is that stupid sitcom?
I don't know. There's a lot of them.
The Bee in Apartment 23 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
The dark-haired chick. I like her. I think she's a great actress and she does really well in this. For all you Whovians out there, David Tennant plays the villain. And both Jessica Jones and the villain have connections to other superheroes. She actually went to school with Peter Parker.
Oh, what?
Right. And I believe in the Daredevil, is it Daredevil comics? There's a villain called the Purple Man.
Yes. I believe so.
That is who David Tennant's character is, essentially.
Oh.
I think it's before he becomes that super villain, but it's like he's building up to it. But yeah, it's actually really good. I binge watched it. It was like a day and a half and I was done, and it was good. The next one I have is on Amazon, and it's The Man in the High Castle, and I'm so mad that they only have one season of this. It's brand new. It got released like the end of November, and I watched it in a day. It takes place, I believe, in 1962 America, but we lost World War II. So what's happened is the West Coast. We lost World War II
in the show.
Yes.
Okay.
No, for real, Felicia. Really? So the West Coast is all Japanese occupied, and then the East and the Midwest is all Nazi occupied.
Oh.
Then there's a neutral zone sort of in the middle that seems to run, looking at the map, it looks like kind of through parts of Arizona, maybe New Mexico, and like up that way. But it's
where we live.
It's really, really good because there's like there's, you know, resistance fighters and things like that.
Is this the one where everybody was talking all controversial about what if this would have happened kind of thing? Could be.
Because it makes a really interesting what if. It really does. But the premise is interesting, and they didn't, you know how a lot of times like they'll release a season and they'll sort of wrap up whatever's happening and you're like, okay, well then what's going to happen on the next season? They didn't do that with this. Like they covered the story, but it's not done. So there's plenty more to talk about. Like there's still, because they didn't actually finish it. They didn't close it up. They didn't wrap it up.
Oh, they gave you a cliffhanger.
Yes, which is fantastic. I love it. So I definitely recommend that if you have Amazon Prime. And then on Hulu, if you didn't get to see it, when it aired on NBC. Was it last week?
Yeah.
The Wiz is actually now on Hulu, and
If
I
you
have my
weren't
own.
the bitch that text the person that wanted to watch it in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
I just got excited. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm living.
Yeah, I was working. Thank you, Felicia. No, I had to watch it after the fact because I was working and it just, I have my own opinions on it. I think overall it was good. I was actually more disappointed in David Allen Greer than I think anybody else, and which is interesting because he's
Why is that?
I thought his performance fell flat for me.
Well, you're not the only one, and I thought because he's such a
he's a seasoned actor, he's a veteran actor. Like I expect
not only that, but he's more exuberant than that. He's
right, and the lion is like obviously the lion's one of my favorite characters. I got to play the lion in high school, and
I did see your throwback. I saw that.
It's the lion has more like he was very. I don't know. I like I said, I expected more. His performance fell flat for me. I think the rest of them did great, and I will say that Uzo Aduba stole that show in the last 5 minutes. Like she was amazing.
And she looked amazing.
Oh my God, she looked amazing. Her voice was everything about her was amazing. In 5 minutes, she stole that show from everybody else that was in that cast. Period. I thought she was phenomenal.
Were you as well, maybe because I saw the original. You saw the original Wiz.
You mean the movie? Because the movie is not the original.
Yes, I mean the movie.
I own it. Thank you.
Okay, just checking. Yes. But I love that they brought Stephanie Mills in as the aunt.
Yeah, I thought that was great too. Because what people don't realize, I think, is that in the movie they had to basically redo it all because Diana Ross was way too fucking old for Dorothy. Dorothy, in the original Wizard of Oz books, Dorothy's like 9. Okay. In the Wiz, she's barely a little bit older. Diana Ross was way too fucking old. And I'll be honest with you, in the movie, I can't stand Diana Ross. She bugs the fuck out of me.
Oh boy.
She drives me crazy. I don't think she can act. Like she can't act, and she drives me nuts. I can't stand her.
Well, at least she can sing.
She can sing, but even then I was like, I wasn't impressed with her in the movie. She's my least favorite part of the movie. Just saying. Did you know that interesting trivia that Ted Ross, who played the lion in the movie, originated the role on Broadway?
Oh, I would love to see it on Broadway.
Without Diana Ross.
Yeah. Well, she's not still in it, is she?
I don't know. Fuck. For all I know, she'd be like, I'm 70 years old. Make me Dorothy. No.
Oh, God.
Bitch,
I'd be like, no, go sit down.
No.
She can't even play the aunt because she's one of those old people that just refuses to get old.
Right. No.
She'll be like the aunt, and her dress will be like,
right, would be all off the shoulder. Yeah, no, that won't work so well. Auntie M was no. Auntie M was not that racy.
I'd be like, Dorothy, get inside. Dorothy, get inside.
Right. But I thought the costumes were great. I was hoping for more on the with the Brand New Day choreography, because it's supposed to be this
the hands down.
Well, what I had to laugh because
did she look like me? You're gonna say it. I know.
No. That's like almost exactly the choreography we had in high school.
Oh, what?
Which I thought was really funny. I was like, really? That's what you have like professional actors, actresses, singers, dancers, and that's what you're giving me? Like everybody just sort of wandering around aimlessly. I was like, I don't know what's happening here, but I expected more out of that scene because that's like it's the climax. It's a big climactic scene, and
I will tell you that I was more impressed when they performed it at the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yes, I thought that there was
more like
there was something more
Like
chutzpah. I don't know, something. Yes. I don't know. Because that's like, it's a great scene, and like it's an emotional scene, and it's supposed to be all happy and yay and everything, and it was just sort of like, I'm gonna step and clap and step and clap, and then I'm gonna wander over this way, and I was like, What did you think of Mary J. Blige?
I thought I have seen her act before, in like a Tyler Perry movie, but I have seen her act before, and I thought this was like a step up for her because she could have came in and just totally, you know how people play evil, but then they're not really playing evil. Does that make sense? Like they're like, ha, 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 ha.
Right. That's right. It just doesn't.
And you're like,
always...
oh, is she supposed to be the witch? What?
Yeah, no. I thought, considering she's not an actor, she's a singer, but she's not really an actress. Like I think she did well for what, because she's not an actress. She's not.
And plus, she's not really a dancer either, and she was dancing.
Right. For what she did, I think she did a pretty decent job. Could there have been a better choice? Yes. Probably. But, that's fine. The one thing that drove me nuts throughout the entire damn show was whatever grill it was that Neil
I was just about to say that. Oh my gosh.
With the whistles and stuff in this. I'm like, really? Is this necessary?
But like, when he was singing, he was perfectly fine. But when he was talking,
right, when he was talking, he's got like the whistle through his teeth. I was like, okay, then that's interesting.
It was annoying.
I mean, he's not an actor either, but for what he did.
But still, he did better than David Allen Greer, I thought.
Yes, and that was just disappointing. It really was. Like
I was kind of on that same field that you were. I was kind of like, is he gonna like step out? Is he gonna, like?
Right. And for the girl who played Dorothy, for like her first sort of, this was her first big thing.
Mainstream. Yeah.
I think she did really well. It's, being on something like that is daunting, and they could have gone with a bigger name. They could have gone with somebody who, everybody knew or whatever, and they didn't. So I think that's awesome that they gave I think it got a fantastic.
I gave it a fresh.
Absolutely. And it, she's got a fantastic voice, and I think that she definitely has potential to go further from here. So obviously her performance wasn't perfect either, but it's okay. She's young, and
one thing that we haven't talked about though.
Right. So it's, more power to her. I think she did a great job for what she did.
One thing we haven't talked about though, you keep skipping over her.
You mean Queen Latifah?
You keep skipping over her. Okay,
I don't think there's anything.
First, I don't remember in the movie that the Emerald City was like a gay club.
Oh, it was totally like a gay club, sort of. Except in the movie, what they did was Richard Pryor kept changing the colors.
Uh-huh.
So they were all walking around all very prancy and stuff in green, and then you'd hear trumpets, and he would call down and change the color. He said, he'd be like, I'm bored, so, change the color to red. Mm-hmm. And so the lights would all change, and all the costumes would change from green to red, and they'd all be prancing around again, and it would, they would change the lyrics to basically the song. It'd be, whatever, red is the color, I'd hate to be seen in green, and yada yada yada. And it would change it to yellow, and then change it to something else. So it was all very all very stylized and colorful, and everybody was walking around and very woo, and it was still kind of like a gay club. They weren't voguing, mind you, but it was pretty close.
This time they were, but before they got in there, Common, I love Common. Common has acted before. This was not his role.
No.
Common, I love you, but no. No.
Not so
now
much.
back to the Queen.
Okay, so
what did you feel?
Outfit was fantastic.
Were you living?
I love Queen Latifah anyway. I do. I absolutely adore her. And you know what? Props for her for stepping out of her box and something like this, because they decided they made an interesting decision. Like, you know, everybody saw the pictures and stuff and they're like, oh, she's playing a man. Well, yes and no, you know, like she was in drag, but she was literally in drag, because once they went back, she was hair down, slippers, you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't in drag anymore. So
that's how I feel after a show.
Yeah, right. You know, I think that anything like that for someone that's not used to it is a challenge, because, you know, she had to do what the rest of us have to learn how to do when we're in drag, and which is, you know, you have to act like a certain way. You have to, your voice has to be pitched a certain way. There's certain things, mannerisms and things like that. So she stepped out of her box for the you know, the one part where she was in drag, and I commend her for that. I think that there were a couple times when she seemed a little bit uncomfortable, like she wasn't sure what to do with herself. But I love Queen Latifah, period. The costume was fantastic. We all know she can sing. We all know she can act. She was definitely not the worst. But I do love her performance. I whether she the part where she was in drag and when she was finally out of drag when she was leaving, I think she did great. I do, and her costume is just fantastic. Props to the costume designers for this, because damn,
everything,
damn,
nothing.
Although
nothing was really the same.
I
remember.
I did kind of think that the Scarecrow kind of looked like a poodle on crack.
What?
He looked like a poodle that had like escaped from like a medical testing or something. I don't
think that.
Totally. Look, next time you happen to see it, look at him.
I guess I'll have to watch it tonight and think.
I swear to God, he looks like he escaped from like a testing facility.
But he was one of the best ones.
I thought he did fantastic. I don't even know who is he.
I think he's an established Broadway star.
Is he?
I don't know his name, but
I didn't recognize his name. He was the best out of the entire cast. I would say
he stood out, and like the whole scene where they're dancing with the crows.
That was fantastic. The little offhand comments that he made when they met the Tin Man. Like there's, you know, they'd be the little discussions when the Tin Man was like talking to Dorothy, he'd like throw in a little something, and then like his
go.
Right, his timing was on. Like I thought he was by far the best person in that entire production.
Yes. So him and David should have been the top notch, but guess not. Just the Scarecrow. Just the Scarecrow.
Although, like I said, you know, Uzo Aduba blew my fucking mind away. She had 5 minutes on stage. 5 minutes. And by the end of it, you had no idea what happened before her. Like, just, yeah, that was.
There was a reason why they saved her for last.
Glenda only gets, you know, 5 minutes, but wow. You make it the right 5 minutes and you can steal that show. And that's exactly what she did.
Amen.
Exactly what she did. Oh God, we're running out of time. Looks like we gotta run over to upcoming shows and events.
I put Gotham down, but
I started watching it. I can't get into it.
It's kind of pre-Batman and Joker and blah.
I know I tried, but I can't. Like, I'm not into it enough to be able to recognize who some of the random obscure characters are. Like, I know who the obvious ones are, but the other ones I'm like, okay, and I don't really care. So I don't. You're
not into the comic-y booky thing.
I'm not.
That's why. Yeah. So remember that Freddy has a GoFundMe for his nationals, and if you're just walking on money and, you know, pillows or stuff full of money, just, you know, give Freddy some dollars, you know. But if not, we will be in the show that Freddy is hosting, the Q Cabaret holiday show, which is what, So much festive.
So much festive.
So much festive.
That is happening next Friday on December 18th at our lounge. So if you're hanging around, come see that. That should be fun. I'm actually going to. I've got a surprise planned. Not a huge surprise, but it's it's something. I'm stepping a little bit out of my box, and I'm going to do something that I haven't done since I started transitioning. So that should be interesting. And then the following night on the 19th, we have our Team Arizona USofA fundraiser at Mia's Cruisin' 7th show.
Saturday Night Madness.
Saturday Night Madness. So make sure you come out to see that as well. All of the title holders are going to be performing. All of our first alternates are going to be performing. It should be a good show. It should be fun. What you got going on?
On Saturday, I will be at Superstar Saturdays, hosted by Taylor Renee. I want to say multi-crowned super talent. Wine tasting at 7. I know some people were very excited when I told them about that. I was like, so you're gonna be drunk by the time the show starts, but it's okay as long as you pay. Show starts at 9, and on Sunday, this is something that I have not done before. And all the community service that I've done, I have not done this before. We are feeding those in need at St. Vincent de Paul in the afternoon on Sunday in Phoenix.
What time is that happening?
2:00.
Damn it.
Why?
Oh, actually, I might be able to. I might actually. Can anybody go in and help out and volunteer?
I believe so, but let me check.
If you could check that and get back to me. Let me know on that.
Okay. But I know we're going over, but just real quick, I was telling somebody that I am a little desensitized to the holiday season this year because I had 2, maybe 3 traumatic things happen to me that kind of shocked me back to reality that said, you're alive and you need to continue on with your life. And, but all I can say is that when people ask me for stuff for Christmas, I really haven't been saying anything at all because I truly feel like I have gotten more than I deserve this year because I'm in a successful job. I have a healthy family. I have
and that's a big one. That's a big one.
That's the big part because as many, I don't know who watches and who doesn't, but as many should know is that my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer and then had surgery to remove it. She's going through undergoing treatment as we speak, but she's going through like a hormone therapy kind of thing, which they'll check every 6 months to make sure it's not spreading or going anywhere because it's like such a small amount. It's not like they removed one of the breasts and it's not like it's in like one of the lymph nodes and it's just kind of, I don't want to say it's chilling, but it's there. Then my dad had prostate cancer. They were both diagnosed at the same time, but my mom got surgery first, healed up, and then my dad went in for surgery, and they kind of did the whole taking care of each other thing. But and I survived children being in my small apartment. And I do miss them dearly. It's the first Christmas that they're not here. So it's a very whole different realm. Life is good. I just can't say enough. I can't even, I don't know.
Well, let me know about that because if I can, I'd like to come help.
Absolutely. And to end on a high note, next week is our annual, I have named it because this This has turned out to be bigger than what I thought it was. I have been so busy at work that I did not realize a conversation had taken off on its own. All I did was ask if people were available, and this conversation has turned into a dinner party. I'm not sure if I'll be able to go, but I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, wow, we have turned this in. So next week is our annual festive onesie party. So if you want to join us, you have to let me know ahead of time, because
this is true. We should just open it up to anybody that wants to join us. If you have a onesie PJ and you wanna be a part of our onesie festive pajama party thing next week, you let us know.
So we have Freddy, of course. I don't know why I put your name there, but Sassy Diaz. We have Teddy Michael, Jessica, and who else?
I think Sophia is going to be able to join us.
Oh, is she going to do it? Oh my gosh!
Yeah, is that was up there.
Is she going to come, or is she going to remote in?
I don't know. You need to ask her.
Okay, but you know, next time or next week at this time, 8 o'clock, not 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Join us. I don't know what we'll be talking about. We'll
because
probably
last year was fun. If you if you tuned in last year was definitely interesting. I was still healing. My finger was still fucked up. I had a freaking PICC line in my arm. Like it was.
And your voice hadn't completely gone.
My voice was all over the place. My voice was crazy, and it was
And it's a celebration of God. How many years have we been doing this?
Too many. I mean,
2013 or 14? I want to say 2013.
I think 2013. I think we've been doing this for at least a couple of years, if not longer than that.
Yes.
It's been a really long time.
It's a great way for us to say thank you and for you to join us, as long as you're not. Just remember, I can take you off of the thing. So
right, we will have the power to do that.
Just go ahead. We want to thank our sponsors, moviebears.com, and for taking Freddie to the movies. Freddie should definitely tell us next week how the movie went.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
What to expect. Also, next week we'll be talking about
Who
festive.
The fuck knows at this point?
Well, I'm thinking that we should be more festive. We need to be festive. And
festive is a good thing.
And then
should I go get weird Christmas treats to try?
Yes.
I will make that happen. I will make that happen.
No jelly beans.
No jelly. No jelly beans ever, Wayne. Ever. No jelly beans ever.
So, and we want to thank Gabe King Photography, who always make us look good. I don't even know why I look like that. I don't even know who that is.
Photoshop. Nobody knows who it is.
Be sure to like this episode, subscribe. We are at 99 subscribers.
Hey, we need one more to make it 100. Let's do it. Come on. Come on now.
I want 100. Yes. And share it with all your friends and your enemies, and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz.
Instagrams.
Special thanks to all of you.
Wow.
Just getting a little. It's time for bed.
Yeah.
Special thanks to all of you that watch us weekly, whenever you want. Watch us on Apple TV. I have seen pictures of that. People watching us on their TV. I always wanted to be on television.
Right?
There we are. And you know what? I need to thank the people that showed up last week that are new, that are probably just following us now, because there's some people that sent me messages last week that joined us because we had Carla on. So which
Well,
was
you know, however we can manage to you know to get
I would
people.
say if you're gonna watch last week's episode, speed to like 15, like the 15th like minute, because that's the whole like first 15 minutes is
Right, was
me
Felicia just
being a
breaking things is basically what happens.
just
All
basically.
right, so we are way over, Felicia. We got to stop now.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much
Good
for watching, and we
night.
will see you guys next week.
Bye.